Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty. Today is Sunday, March 12th, 2023. And this is our weekly message for this week or whenever it is that you are hearing this message. So we've been doing our readings the last few weeks, tapping into different ways of calling upon the energy. And this week we're continuing with that process. We are starting with 3 cards and you're seeing just a snippet of the color of the card. So the first card is the color orange, and orange represents your sacral chakra. We have the blue color here, and the blue represents your third eye chakra. And then we have the orange blue mixture with some hot pink. And that represents the sacral, the intuition, third eye chakra, as well as the heart chakra. So decide which one you want to go with. Maybe you're feeling a little called to look at your creativity or emotional maturity. Maybe you're being called upon to check in with your intuition, or maybe you're being called upon all 3 of those chakras, including the heart space. And we will begin with our first card, card number 1. So card number 1's message today to all of you that chose this card is to practice moderation. Now we live in a world, especially with all the electronics that we have going on and all of the technology, and it makes it difficult to practice moderation in some cases, especially if you're being sucked in by being on the computer, being on the phone, scrolling on social media, or anything that is a lot, something that you're doing a lot of. And in which case, what happens is it's hard for you to potentially be present, especially if you're in this excess of electronics. That is definitely something that I see often in this world, especially with the younger generation, but actually with many people, even in the older generations. But this card is asking you to look at where in your life you are doing an excess of something, whether it be too much working, being a workaholic. Or maybe it's you're just eating a lot of stuff that you know is not really good for you, but you continue to eat it. Or maybe it's that you just have stress that continues to come into your life and you are so overstressed by all that is happening. Or maybe you're someone that is in excess of exercise. You're always feeling the need to exercise over and over and over again. What resonates with you if you chose card number 1? Or maybe I didn't mention it, but you know that there is something that you are doing excessively. Maybe it's excessive overthinking. Why this card is coming up today is because our sacral chakra represents the emotional part of ourselves and our maturity in that department, as well as maybe your creativity, birthing something. But most importantly, what it represents is your reservoir of energy. And when you are in excess of one thing, you're out of balance, which means your reservoir is not going to be in a balanced state. You might be someone that fluctuates from having a load of energy to a load of exhaustion. Maybe you have a lot of excess of pain in the body right now. That's another thing that's coming in. Whatever it is for you, you need to take a look at in your life where you are excessive, where you are doing too much of something. So an example that's coming to mind is someone that is on social media or, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, YouTube, and you're scrolling a lot. Look at how you're sitting. Look at if your posture is in the right position, or when you're on the computer or at the desk or scrolling on the phone, how is your posture? Because that could get out of balance. So this card has such a multitude of meaning, and of course everyone is going to resonate with it differently because this is a general reading. But what it is asking you to do is to be more present while you are here on this earth. You're on this earth for a reason, and one of the reasons is to experience life. Another one that's coming in is an excess of you being in the house too much and not being outside enough. not getting outside in nature, not getting outside to have sunlight hitting your body and your face. And even if you are someone that works all day in an inside environment, are you making sure that you give yourself time and half hour, go outside and take in the sun or take in the nature, breathe in the air? It's important for you to tune into your reservoir of energy. This is the point below your belly button. This is your sacral chakra, and check in daily. How is that reservoir? If your reservoir of energy is getting low, then that means it's time for you to sit to reset in order to bring it back into balance. Whatever resonated with you for this first card, I want you to tune into that energy and be invited to bring in the color orange for the sacral chakra and notice where you can make some changes, which will be for your best and highest good. And that is our first card. If you chose the blue, our second message is this: be yourself. So because we are in this world where we are in this saturation of social media, and a lot of times social media only shows the good things that are going on in people's lives, not the real things that are going on in people's lives, it becomes hard for many people to not feel a sense of pressure to be different or a sense of envy because you're not experiencing what someone you're watching is experiencing. It might bring in a feeling of not fitting in because you're not doing something that you're seeing others doing. It might bring in a fear of not being accepted, or it might bring in some judgment towards others. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of divide and discrimination. But I want to remind you of something. You were called to be on this earth plane as a spirit having a human experience for a reason. You have specific things that you are going to do in this lifetime for your best and highest good, for your life purpose, for you to learn, for you to grow. And so you are unique. Each one of us is unique, and each one of us has a reason why we are here on this earth. Now, the reason why this be yourself is surrounded in that blue color is because you are being called upon to go within. Stop looking outside of yourself. Look within and start to tune into all of those reasons. Some may become or may already be apparent to you, but some may not be yet. But you cannot connect with them if you're too busy being outside of yourself in order to figure out who you are. I want you to think of when you're going somewhere going to like a restaurant, let's say, and you need to put in the address in the GPS, and the address tells you exactly how to get there. And if you don't listen to the GPS that is telling you how to get there, you're not really going to be clear on which way to go, and you might get lost along the way. And so we have our own inner GPS, and our purpose on this earth is to experience many different things. And if we are not tuning into our own inner GPS, we might unfortunately get caught up in others' GPSs, which will take us on the wrong road. Now, you will always get back to where you need to be, but if you can avoid going through more hurdles, more obstacles, more wrong directions, why wouldn't you do that for yourself? By being yourself and tuning into who you really are more than you ever have, you are able to tune into the light that is inside of you. And you're able to draw upon that who you really are by expressing who you really are, by knowing who you really are, by tuning in to who you really are. So if you chose card number 2, I just want you to observe without judgment where you might be in your life doing something to please another, or thinking you have to act a certain way because others are doing it. And remind yourself that you're here on this earth to be exactly who you are. And it's time for you to start fulfilling that job. And that is our second card for today. Now, if you chose card number 3, we're going to reveal the message in a second, but this is our sacral chakra, our third eye chakra, and our heart chakra. So it's bringing both emotions and intuition into the heart space. And it says, you are here for a reason. Wow. So if you put these cards together, what we're looking at here is past, present, future. You began to practice moderation and stop the excess that was getting you out of balance. You begin to tune in and learn who are you really, who you really are. And then you step into the knowingness that you are here for a reason. You have many different functions to serve on this earth, and you are an incredible, unique, loved being. The more that you can step into the heart and get out of the head, because when you're in this space that we talked about, and when you're in this space that we talked about, you're definitely more in the head and you're less in the heart. But when you can step into the heart space and respect yourself for who you really are, and really tune into being yourself, and really understanding that you're here to learn more, to grow, to experience, and to know that you are a powerful being on this earth. And you are here because there are certain things that you need to accomplish in this lifetime. You step into and know that you are here for a reason. You have a purpose. You're needed on this earth today, whether you realize it or not. And this card is a reminder to you, reminding you of that. And if you feel that you're unsure of why you're here at this time, come back to number 2. Re-listen to what number 2 is about and tune in to your inner guide. Forget the outer stuff. Tune into the inner, go into the heart space, take your inner gaze from your third eye, the point between your eyebrows, and then bring that inner gaze down to the heart. And see that color pink swirling around your heart. And notice or ask for guidance if you're unsure. What is the next step for me on this earth? Because I know I'm here for a reason, but maybe I'm unclear on my next step. Can you show me angels of divine white light, guides of divine white light? Can you show me my next step? Because I know that I am here for a reason. I know that I have a soul contract with God, and I know that I am here. I agreed to be here so that I could learn something or bring something to light for others. What if you're here to shine your light so that you can help and serve another or others or many, many, many others? Whichever card you chose today, we really have a theme going on. And this theme is to go within and stop looking outside of yourself. This theme is to realize that it's more important for you to balance out your energies, learn who you really are, because guess what? You came here for a reason. Whether you know the reason or not is immaterial at this time, because it will definitely come to you and show up. And the more that you get out of the head and into the heart, the more that you are opening yourself up to that knowingness. And that takes courage. So face any fears that you're having at this time to get there and rise up today. I hope that this message served you in some way, shape, or form, whether you chose one card or you went with all 3 of them. And I wish you guys a great middle of March. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.